Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well tonight. I'm Paul Apolloni. It is a beautiful Sunday night here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm going to show you what I sold on eBay for last week. Dates from June 22nd, 2020 to today, June 28th, 2020. Hey, I've been selling on eBay since about 2001. I just looked that up the other day. I couldn't believe it's been that long. I thought it was 2006. Took it seriously around 2006. Started doing consignment actually for a friend of mine. I was working a little part-time job, and he said I can make more money on eBay, and he gave me some things to sell, and that's how I got started doing that. I also do a lot of parting out of items. Like I said, I do a lot of consignment. Consignment is not for everyone. The key is to find good clients to work with, clients that are realistic in what their items are worth. And I also do a ton of parting out of items. A lot of my items I get for free. Most of my items I show you either I got for free or very, very, very cheap, or under consignment. And I will be sure to tell you where I got the item and what it costs and what I made from it. So let's get this show on our road, as I like to say. I'm not going to show you everything I sold because it gets a little redundant. I'll tell you like how many I sold roughly on certain items, and we'll go from there. And I'll give you some lots of tips and tricks on the way. All right, make this smaller. You need to see my ugly mug that that big. Number one, I sold a lot of these. I think this is my last one that I sold. I've had about sold a lot over the years. I had these listed last year, didn't sell hardly any of them, and I listed them again this year. And this is probably my fifth or sixth one. Oh, my fourth one I sold right there. But I know I sold more. Sometimes I list them in groups when I find them in my garage. I did small engine repair for a while, and I collected a lot of small engine stuff. And I decided to part out stuff instead of repairing it is much more profitable. So this one I got for nothing. Free shipping, goes first class. I think it weighs about 4 ounces. Probably paid about $2.50 for shipping. So I probably made about $7. Most of my sales are anywhere from just a couple bucks, maybe even less than that at times, but I'm okay with that. We all run our businesses differently, and we all go after certain dollar values. Never tell anybody what they're doing is wrong, selling wise. So anywhere from a couple bucks all the way up to about $40 is my average sale, my bread and butter sales. I do get those gems of 100, 200, $500,000, stuff like that. If you like this video, I'm sorry. Please smash your like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm so excited. I hit real quick. Let's go back here. I hit 400 subscribers yesterday. I know it's not much for many YouTubers, but to me, it means a whole lot. Thank you for each and every one of you that has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate every one of you. I try and give you decent content and on eBay and parting out things, being frugal, fixing cars. Not a professional mechanic, just a shade tree guy trying to save some money. All right, so I probably made about $7 on this, maybe $6.50 on this, which I was fine with. Quick ship, poly envelope, seal it, went out first class. Boom, it's gone. Took all of 2 seconds to take it off the unit. This is let me explain where this is. This is on a string trimmer where it couples. It's a coupler basically, and you decouple it. You put your trimmer on there, put your blower, your edger, or whatever on the end of that. Let me quickly go over how I do my listings. Title, I keep it Google search friendly and eBay search friendly. I'm not worried about grammar. I try and keep special characters out of my title. I tell my students all the time, don't use special characters, and they always come back to me and go, "Oh, I saw this item and the guy got a lot of money for it and he's using all these special characters." Well, I don't know, but it's best practice not to use special characters, especially when it comes to Google shopping, because eBay does upload all their listings to Google every day or every night. And when Google is going through your listing and it's going, okay, Troy built, now that technically is a special character, but that is the way it is spelled. I should have really made room for this and had Troy built all one word and then separated, but I didn't have room for it. So Google goes, it reads each character, and if it sees a special character, let's say that was an ampersand or some weird character, it will get kicked out, and it may not get out to Google Shopping. You want your listings to get out on Google Shopping. So title is not grammar friendly, more keyword search friendly. I try and use when I have the opportunity. I try and use the item condition description here, and I'll show you more of that when we go down. Obviously, I'm selling multiples of this, and whenever I sell multiples, I'll show you what I put there. I'm doing free shipping because I'm not a big fan of free shipping, but I try and look at listings that have sold and have sold for the price range I want to get. And if they're doing free shipping, I will put free shipping. Remember, free shipping does not mean that you are paying for that shipping. You are just adding that on to the price of your item. My pictures are done with my phone, and I use both the eBay app and the eBay desktop program to do it. I try my best to take the best pictures I can, all the angles. Let's scroll down here. I'm using PayPal still as of July 15th. eBay is going to be going to managed payments, which is basically more like an Apple Pay type thing. I think it'll be good. I'm hearing lots of mixed reviews about it, but I really think it'll be a positive thing for everybody on eBay. And here is the condition description better. And I always say when I am selling multiples, I always make it clear that I'm selling multiples. So the item you get may not look like the one in the listing. It may have a different color. Like I've sold ones that were looked like this, black, red. Didn't matter. It was still the same, functioning the same, just a different color, different manufacturers, different string trimmers have different colors. I try and use item specifics. Item specifics are very important with eBay, especially with Google Shopping. They love item specifics. They're searchable. When you're using item specifics, when you're picking them, always pick one from the drop-down menu. Like, for example, if I was in my listing creating it and I went to brand, I would go to the drop-down menu and pick Troy Built would be one of the brands. You can create your own item specifics if you like. That's great. But always try and use item specifics. My description is basically a copy and paste of my condition description down in the description. I basically copy and paste the title, and I just copy and paste what I put up there. I always make sure that I'm not responsible for the part not fitting. Please ask any questions. Let's go to shipping. I am using Global Shipping Program, eBay's GSP, Global Shipping Program, they call it. It's where I can ship internationally. I ship it to a site in Kentucky, and eBay has a site there. As long as the item is packed correctly and is the right item in the box or the bag, once they get it, you're out of the picture. If it gets damaged, stolen, broken, eBay picks up the cost and refunds you. I have never had a problem with global shipping. I know people that have had a problem, far and few between. I know people that love it. I know people that hate it. Some people believe that the buyer is charged too much taxes. I have no idea. All I know is if you're not doing international shipping, whether it be through Global Shipping Program, GSP, or doing it yourself through international shipping yourself, you're losing out money. There's a lot of people out there buying stuff worldwide. Free shipping. I pick economy shipping most of the time. Even for this, I should have picked first class because I knew it was going to go first class. Economy shipping, when it comes up on your listing, you'll see like 5 to 9 days, and that may scare off some people, and I really should have another option of priority or first class. I keep on forgetting to do that, to be honest with you, because I'm using templates and everything. I'm just listing. But economy shipping allows me to take advantage of any option eBay is offering for shipping. Post office priority, flat rate, first class, FedEx, ground, FedEx, Smart Post, which is a collaboration between post office and FedEx. So that gives me a lot of options for shipping. If I were to say first class and I shipped it out some other way, eBay may not back me up if it gets lost in the mail. My return policy is 30 days. That is the minimum return. I remember when it was 14 days and went to 30 days. Oh my gosh, I was flipping out. I haven't really had a problem. Knock on wood, I don't get too many returns, which I am truly thankful for. That is basically how I do a listing in a nutshell. Let's go to the next item. Like I said, I part out lots of items. This dishwasher I got for free. The guy said it was working. His daughter stood on the door while it was down, and the door got bent. Now, I don't test these things, so I sort of sell them as is, and if there's a problem, I just give an immediate full refund. And I've only had a problem with 2 or 3 of these boards, and I've probably sold 50, 60, 70 of these boards. Things you want to look for when you examine the board, the control board, is you want to look at these capacitors, make sure they are not raised, like cone, like raised up a little bit, which means they're going bad, or they're not split. So I made sure I looked at all the capacitors, and the guy got it the other day, and I haven't heard anything back. I try and do. There's one close up. Obviously, I'm doing this on a picnic table out front of my house. I try and use a white background, as you can see, but sometimes I don't get it all the way. There's that half. There's that half. And there's the back. I should have trimmed this more. I don't know why I have that game in there. Oops. Oh well, I'm real. And there is the part number for the board. I got this for free. Took me probably about half an hour to part the dishwasher. Big key things on dishwashers are dish racks, the control board, and the soap dispenser. It's about the only parts I pull out of these anymore. I am working on a course on parting out dishwashers. I am just about done, and I've been saying that for a while. I've been busy with other things, but it's going to be a real simple course. It's real easy to follow. Excuse the noise. My dog is running around with his ball. So that is that one. So I made pretty good money on that. I think this went out priority. I think it went somewhere on the East Coast, so it didn't cost me that much. I may have put it in a padded flat rate envelope, which goes out for $7.35. Can put a lot of weight in there. So I was happy with that sale. Cigar boxes. We talked about cigar boxes before. Real quick, I am a cigar smoker, not a heavy cigar smoker, although I've been smoking a little too much now with this pandemic going on and being home. Excuse me, as I cough and tell you I'm a cigar smoker. I get these boxes for free. I'm buying cigars, and I look up where the wine boxes are, and I see cigar boxes. They let me grab them, take them for nothing. These are not big dollar sales at all. Many people don't go after these sales. I don't mind. I've sold probably 8 of these this week, and I make between $6 and $7 profit each cigar box. They usually go out first class. They're under 16 ounces. Remember, you want to do your shipping through eBay. Through eBay, first class post office is 16 ounces. If I were to take this box and a package down to the post office, it would only be 13 ounces first class. So you want to do your shipping through eBay. Besides that, you'll get discounts on shipping. I try my best to take as many pictures as I can. The last 3, now I'll be honest with you, I've been having some issues with people asking me the measurements. I think I'm going to get rid of these once I start listing more cigar boxes. I got about 15 of them the other day, last Friday when I went to the wine store, and I'm just going to physically put the dimensions in the item specifics and in the description, because people are questioning the dimensions, and I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to get rid of these and just put the dimensions in the description and in the other specifics. Again, like I said, I make about $6 to $7 on these. Not a big dollar sale. Few minutes to list it, few minutes to pack it, slap a label on it. What I do is I put some bubble wrap or some foam, thin foam I get from the furniture store dumpster. I get most of my boxes and definitely all of my packing material from furniture store dumpsters and other dumpsters I can reach into. I do not dumpster dive. I'm way too old to do that, and I'm afraid I won't be able to get out of the dumpster. Another part I got for nothing from a vacuum cleaner I got on Craigslist for free. I've sold most of the parts. I've sold the canister off this vacuum cleaner. I sold one other part. Did not make a lot of money, huge money on this vacuum cleaner. Probably made about $60 on it, which is fine with me. This went out free shipping, obviously, and this motor fit into a padded flat rate envelope for $7.35. So I got this for nothing. I think I made about $12 on this, which was fine. Again, wrap it in foam or bubble wrap, throw it in the flat rate padded envelope, seal it, weigh it, label it. It's gone. Like I said, I do my try and take pictures of any numbers I see on it. Let's see what else is on here. Oh, and here it's very important when I sell something, and I don't know if it was in that control board from that LG dishwasher I just showed you, the last picture. I try my best to have the last picture be the tag, the model tag of the appliance, so people know the exact model number it's getting pulled out of. This does fit several different vacuum cleaners. It's very important to put the model number and the part number in the title if you can fit it in there. If you can't fit it in there, it is absolutely important to also, even if you can't fit it in there, to put it in the item specifics so people can see it. Don't have that many items I'm showing you this week. This wheel, I had it listed for a while. This is not a big dollar sale. This actually went about a mile and a half away from my house. Yes, I could have contacted a guy and said, let me just drop it off. I probably should have, because it cost me almost $7 to ship it. But I'm just not into that. I'm not into communicating with buyers and trying to set up times. And to me, it's a waste. It took me a little bit to pack this because I couldn't find the right box, so I sort of had to make a box and fold it around and tape it up. But I prefer just to ship things out. I've shipped things just a couple blocks away from buyers who are a couple blocks away. I just don't have time to be doing local pickups and stuff like this and trying to arrange times. And then what if I drop it off and the guy doesn't get it? It's just a nightmare. It did go out priority. He got it the next day. Did not make a lot of money on this. This was a free wheel I got off of a lawnmower. So got it for free. Probably about $7 on this. This is where you make good money on cigar boxes, when you sell more than one in a listing. So $21, free shipping. I think this still went out first class, if I'm not mistaken. Even if it went out, I think it went out priority, but it went up to New Jersey, and I'm in North Carolina, so it wasn't that expensive. I think it was about $6 to ship it. So I got it for free, zero. So I did pretty good on this. Probably made about $14 on this. Again, hey, cigar boxes, whoop, pack them, throw in a box, a little bit of bubble wrap, foam, whatever I'm using, get it out of here. You know, what I say, $12, $13 for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes worth of work. To me, is worth it. A lot of people think it's a waste, but I don't mind it. This is a consignment item from a friend of mine. This is a friend of mine that got me into consignment eons ago when I was working that side job to make extra money. This sat in my store for a while, probably about a year and a half, maybe a year and a quarter. It is a next book. Now, what was so cool about this was I had it listed with Windows 10 in the title. And this is what I love about eBay. A buyer or an eBay seller contacted me and said, hey, it looks like you don't have Windows 10 on that. You might want to take that Windows 10 out of the title because it's misleading. Wow. That's why I always try, even if I'm looking on eBay and I see like a listing isn't right, sometimes I message people and I say, hey, this isn't right, try this. We all help each other. It's the way I like to be. It's the way I really hope everybody is. But I did pretty well on this. It did go down to South Carolina, outside of Charleston. It was able to fit into a flat rate A box, the longer A box, not the little square one. Bubble wrap this thing, all the heck. It did fit in there nicely. Did very well. So I get half of that. I get 50% of the sale price when I'm consigning, up to $100, $200. All depends what the agreement is, and then the percentage goes down from there. When I'm doing consignment, I try my best to never offer free shipping on consignment items because it messes up my matrix, my calculations with free shipping. I have to do extra work. It's just not worth it. So I did pretty well on this. I made half of that, and shipping was only 7 something, so I made some money on shipping. I have no problem making money on shipping. Sometimes I make a lot of money. Sometimes I make a little bit of money. Sometimes I lose a little bit of money. Sometimes I lose a lot of money on shipping. And when I lose a lot of money, I get mad, but then I think of all the times I made money. So it all comes out in the end. But again, the background is basically a Dollar Tree white paper, white poster board, and the back is a Dollar Tree project board. When I'm doing electronics, I always show pictures of it powered on. So I try my best to do the first picture powered on. If I can't, I always make sure that I show a picture of it powered on. I showed pictures of the information that it was working at one time, and that's what was the specs. And I also have in here the same thing I have in my description. Let me just scroll down here and say, lightly used. Most of the screenshots were taken prior to it being reset. So that lets people know that it's been reset, it's been cleared. The hard drive, it's not really a hard drive, I forget what they call it, like a USB drive in there or something, whatever. I used all the item specifics. I think I actually may have found one on eBay that sells similar, and they were using all the item specifics. When you're doing a sell similar, please, 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 because I got messed up with this before when I sold a cell phone box. I sold a cell phone app, iPhone 6S, and the item I looked at and I did a sell similar was for a 6S Plus, and I wasn't paying attention, and I listed it. The guy got it, and he goes, "Hey, this isn't a 6S Plus box, it's a 6S." I was like, "Oh, no." It was only a $12 sale, not making a whole lot of money on it with free shipping, probably made about $9 on it. I immediately refunded him and said I was sorry. He was a little snarky on his reply back, like, "So that means you don't have a 6S box? This is ridiculous." Well, I refunded you. Just let it go. When I first started out, actually for the first couple of years, it was a big thing to refund somebody, it would ruin my whole day. Like I'd fight every return. Anymore, I just refund them most of the time. It's just not worth it. Now, if it's a huge, expensive item, that is different. Another dishwasher part. Again, I love parting out things. I got this dishwasher for free several years ago, I'm sure. One of the many parts I sold. The Bosch dishwasher parts sell very well. The only thing you got to be careful is there's certain models that didn't do real well in the Bosch line. I used to preach all the time, Bosch, Bosch, Bosch. Anytime you see a Bosch, pick it up, part it out. There's lots of money in it. Sometimes there isn't. Some of the models did not do real well. You may not even see the parts listed, or some of the parts will be very minimal that are listed. Just be careful. Always look up the parts before you start tearing it down. And what I do is I always time myself when I'm parting out something. You don't want to spend 9 hours parting out something and you're going to make $50. I try and keep my time to maybe an hour at the max to parting out a dishwasher, because it's not really worth it after that. Some of the Bosch racks you can make in your pocket profit after fees and shipping, $60, $70. Yes, there's big money in the Bosch racks. Just make sure they're clean and there's no rust. And even if there is rust, it's okay I state, hey, there's rust here, and I take pictures of the close-up of the rust, make it clear there's rust. And people still buy them because I think people are in a jam and their dishwasher rack is just so rusted. They don't care if the one you have is the one they're buying is rusted a little bit. And in my course, I'm going to show you how I do that, how I take the pictures, how I get around some of the rust. And I'm going to even hopefully add how to fix a rusted dishwasher rack. There's a kit you can buy. I haven't messed with it yet, but I need to do that. So again, I didn't make a whole ton of money on this. I had 2 of them. Again, what you see is what you get. Did I not state I'm selling multiples? Oops, I did not. But it was the same thing. Sometimes these lids are missing. Make sure you state that when you're selling it if they are missing. This one was not. I actually made a box for this. I just got a big piece of cardboard, wrapped it around like a Christmas gift or a birthday gift, wrapped it around, taped up the 2 ends. It went out first class, which was great. Went out at about 14 ounces. Again, I probably made about maybe $13 off of this, which I was happy with. 2 more items left. I've showed you these before. I have sold a ton of these this year. In years past, I've listed these and couldn't sell any of them. I sold 2 today. I probably sold 6 of these this week. I make about $13 to $15 each of these. This is a blower housing. This is the piece that you pull to start your lawnmower, pressure washer, whatever. Now, these are a little tricky, and what I do in my description is I'm very clear, very lengthy, even the condition description. Let's go down here. Get your part number. I say the one you get may not be the one in the photo, which is true. I'm selling how many of these am I selling? Well, this lot this one. I'm sorry. I'm making sure. I'm very clear with the pictures. I take pictures of all the sides. It's very important on these. Let me show you. This one is cut out like this. Other blower housings are cut out differently. It's very important that the person knows what they're getting, because it may not fit their lawnmower or pressure washer. So I also state, because the rope length may be different. It may be this style rope. It may be for a lawnmower where it has a little grommet on it, where the rope is really extended for the handle, so the rope is at the handle. So and I had one person message me before they bought it asking me for a specific rope, and that's what I made sure I got them. So back to this. Please review side photos of blower. Make sure that they match. Recoil is in good working condition. Pulled from mower, pressure washer, etc. I don't know. Rope length may different. Message me. Maybe different. Message me if you're looking for a certain length of rope. And like I said, one person did. The last item. All right, this is not a big dollar sale. I go to Dollar Tree sometimes. I buy things for myself. I like to flip things from Dollar Tree. You're not going to make a ton of money flipping things from Dollar Tree. So I paid with tax probably $3.24 for these. Actually, I haven't shipped these out. These just sold about an hour ago. They should go out first class, I'm hoping, 3 ounces each. Yeah, they'll go out first class. I think I may have a box that these may fit into. I hope so, because I would prefer to ship them in a box. If not, I will put them I'll wrap them in some bubble wrap and put them in a padded envelope or a poly envelope that I have. I'm not making a whole lot of money on these. The way I look at these is it's kind of like gas money, kind of like, money for my trip to Dollar Tree. I probably made about $3, maybe $2.50, which is fine for me. I have no problem doing that. I try to take pictures of all the sides and all the information. A little hard to get item specifics on this. I did my best with getting. I always include the UPC, eBay, and Google loves UPC. If you can if you have a UPC, use it. If you don't, you can even look it up online by typing the item and UPC, and you can find it that way. Just make sure it's the right corresponding UPC for the item. So believe it or not, that is it for the week. Like I said, I've sold a ton of other items similar to these. I'm not going to show you all those. I did some trainings. I do a lot of things on the side. eBay is about my full-time gig, which I love. I do some selling on Amazon. Not a whole lot. I do what they call merchant fulfilled, MF, some people call it. It's where I list it on Amazon, but I have the item in my possession and I ship it out myself. I've done FBA. That's where fulfilled by Amazon. That means that I'm listing things on Amazon, packing everything up in a big box, sending it out to Amazon, and letting them handle it. That is a little bit more expensive, but boy, that is nice because you're not having to deal with any inventory. You're letting Amazon do everything. That is, if you're going to do Amazon, that is the way to go. But with this pandemic, Amazon has really gotten screwed up with only shipping out essentials. So a lot of people are going to merchant fulfilled. So again, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm excited to hit 400. Hey, I'm at 402. Thanks for everyone that has subscribed. I hope you're enjoying the channel. And if you need any eBay training, and don't forget, please, I meant to mention this at the beginning, I'm offering my $97 eBay course. It's a 2-hour video series myself and Martin Brossman did back about 2 years ago, maybe even 2.5 years ago. It's an older series, obviously, but we like to try and keep things evergreen which means you can still use the information today. We take an item from start to finish. I even forget, we were doing a speaker, I think, an external speaker for a CB or a scanner. I forget what it was. And we went, hey, we found the speaker. Let's look it up on eBay. Okay, this is what it's going for. We took pictures. We're going to take you step by step with tons of tips and tricks. It's a 2-hour course, but it's broken up into about 20-minute videos. It's really, really good for $1. I'm offering it just for a little time longer for the pandemic, just because I know a lot of people hurting out there trying to make extra money, and I truly believe that eBay is the way to go. Please don't forget, everyone has at least $3,000 worth of stuff in their house of unwanted items that could be easily sold on eBay. When you're selling stuff this time during this pandemic, remember what I like to tell my students and people I meet is think inside the box. People are like, what do you mean? Everybody says outside the box. So think inside the box. Think, what are people doing inside their house? They're stuck in their house. A lot of people are just afraid to go out, which is fine. What are they doing? They're doing puzzles. They're doing macrame. They're doing cross-stitch. They're doing hobbies. They're fixing, repairing things, and they need parts. So think what you would be doing inside your house when you're selling things. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Hey, you guys have a great night, great day tomorrow, and a great week. I'll catch you next week. Thanks a lot.